Hold on. The Ricky Ross trial, CIA was bringing in the Rick Ross trial up in San Jose did an expose regarding CIA bringing in narcotics, late 80s, the cocaine.
Oh, off of the Iran-Contra.
Right, right.
I believe that they had a lot to do with that, yes.
And how's that affected, that law, or crack cocaine affected the prison system?
Well, crack cocaine is a little bit in the past, but it had a big part of loading the prison system. But you got to understand that the prosecutors and the prison people will tell you, like, marijuana doesn't have much to do with the prison population. Well, it has a great deal to do with the prison population, because 2/3 of the prison population are in there for parole violations. And so when a guy is sprung from prison for whatever crime he was in there, he's on parole. If he uses a marijuana cigarette
is in violation
a month ago, and he comes in and does a blood test and it shows a trace of THC, he's back in prison.
He's caught up in the bureaucracy.
I couldn't hear you.
He's caught up in the bureaucracy.
Absolutely.
Caught up in the system.
The prisons are spilling over.
What is the level of people that are in right now for parole violations? You know, comebacks.
2/3 of the prison population are in for parole violations, and the majority of those are in for drug use. And the majority of that is for using marijuana.
Well, that's crazy. You know, they did an expose saying there's more black men in prison than there were enslaved in this country. What does that say about our country?
I don't know about that number, but the proportion of people of color in prison for drug offenses is greater than the number of white people, and yet the drug use factor in our society is hugely greater. Here's the thing. The United States has 5% of the population, and the United States has 25% of the prison population in the world.
Wow.
Now, does that tell you that we are a free country? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And we have to change our policies. We have to recognize that the drug problem should be dealt with in the health community, not in the law enforcement community.
That's right. Thank you for speaking up. What was your name again?
Steve Downey, and I'm a retired deputy chief from the Los Angeles Police Department. And I'm an executive board member of LEAP, Law Enforcement Against Prohibition.
What is the support level from officers regarding reducing, drug crimes in general?
It depends on whether you discuss this subject with the officers in private or in public. In private, they'll tell you this drug war is a failure and a waste of their time.
Yeah.
In public, there's so much organizational culture pressure and fear of being ostracized that they're not going to speak out.
They just go along with it.
I'm retired. I've been there. I did it. I'm speaking out, and I'm joined by 50,000 others in this country that believe we should end the war on drugs.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.